Hello, anybody that actually is watching these videos. I'm pretty sure it's not going to get out to many people. It's not like I'm going to buy a bunch of subscribers or advertising space. This is turning into kind of a channel of me seeking out other people going through the same stuff. Right now, I don't know if you can hear it, but this is Linkin Park's latest single. They're singles. Well, it might be. I don't listen to the radio. So I don't know what the singles are. I don't know any of the songs that were on here except for one song they cut a little bit in on something that I saw. I just knew it was Linkin Park. It was something to do with his death. But it's not like I listen to the radio. I can't stand the commercial radio stations. All they are is commercials. It's boring. And they got it timed out pretty well, where it's just commercials on every station. I mean, unless if I wanted to listen to like country, more of those stations, you notice. A lot of programming in that. This is probably going to be a rambling rant or whatever. I don't even know yet. I don't write a script or anything. I'm pretty much just going with what thought comes through my head. Yeah, I ended up breaking fast today. It would be day 3. I definitely want to talk about how I'm going to title this "Beer with the Devil and Hearing the Voice of God." That happened last week, pretty much as literal as I can get, except for it wasn't like a devil actually coming up. Here, say my throat's a little dry, but I'm probably gonna hit that a little bit later. This CD here is pretty much the reason. Well, not only that, I also went and saw my ex for the first time since we left our last job. We were inseparable for 3 years, and I knew it, and I literally changed time, or I changed the future, and I wanted it all. I seriously wanted it all. I wanted her, and I wanted my future with what can't fight fate. You cannot fight fate. We both have 2 different fates. I had to walk a different path, and she was kind of the reason why I couldn't escape. I helped her escape, and she helped me escape. She broke the code. She was my key. And my name is David, and she was my key. Key of David's happened to be the same time that everybody's looking for the key of David. Whatever. That message was for me. I'm not. I kind of hope I'm crazy, because if I'm crazy, then nothing's gonna happen. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm afraid that I'm not crazy. That's my only fear right now. Kind of a crazy fear if you think about it. Let's see how catch-22 we can get. 22 is going to come way later, especially if you stay with the videos. I believe in the messages, in the music. I would hear a voice in my head. I'm not even going to lie. There's voices in my head. So what? Half of them are smarter than me. Why am I going to argue whether? I had to learn a lot about myself on this journey. In 2 weeks, I learned a ton. This is probably the craziest part. I will actually read out of this book. Yeah, it's the Holy Bible. I read out of it 6 days in a row, I think. It's either 5 or 6 days. Jumping back and forth between Numbers and Genesis to New Testament, and I had to go to Revelations with what's coming up. Did anybody else just this eclipse come out of nowhere? It's oh, by the way, there's going to be an eclipse. Anybody? It just felt like it was boom, Great American Eclipse, it's an event. I don't think they knew it was coming. For some reason, I don't know, people can backtrack on. They knew it was coming. They kept it pretty secret all the way up to the last minute. We're all right, we got to make an event out of this. That's when not that day. I was going to go to the spot. Yeah, I told you this was going to be a ramble. We went for my girlfriend. I'm backtracking a little bit. Trying to give you guys kind of a prologue and lead into the story, because this is going to be a long video. So if you're watching this, welcome. You're going to be seeing my face for a while. And I might actually open this up and read it. Actually, I already know it's probably going to be out of the Psalms of David. Go figure. A lot was developed in me. There's more riddles to me, to everything about me, all the way from my birth. And we'll be getting into that a lot later in the future. But right now, let's talk about the devil. The devil came to me in the form of two people. So I was running through this problem. This is why I hit on my birth. I was running into... You pretty much got all the information from me to lead to the story until I segue again. There is just so many weird circumstances around my birth that I cannot even start explaining right now. And my brother. Oh my gosh. Now, if this gets them after me, I'm already ready for it. Whoever them is. I had a couple 223 references on the way here as in numbers. License plates and whatnot. Yeah. Try telling me, Mr. Sane David going off to be an engineer, that this is what my life has become. I've become a soothsayer through numbers. I just told my ex-girlfriend everything that's going to happen to her before she told me that she watched a bunch of tarot readers say the exact same thing. And I was telling it before she saw the tarot readings, so it's confirmation for me that I'm actually doing what I thought I was doing, and the messages are real. Not all the messages are demons. Oh, and when you hear God's voice, I say when, because God's in us all. That's what I found out. That's my own personal truth that I give. Answers right here. Answers in Buddhism, answers in Hinduism, answers in everywhere. Go down science. Have fun with that one. You think this book has some contradictions, scientists? Go down my path down science, and then try to ask some questions to your priest teachers. Instructors. Educators. Wait, that sounds too much like actors. They don't know they're acting. Everybody's in a play. No one knows their part for sure. I didn't know my part. I know it now. Oh, I know it. This is just the beginning. This is the tip of the iceberg. This moment right now, actually, the voices in my head said, you gotta make a video about the devil and God. And yeah, there's some stuff I want to say, like really badly. Like I want to give you all the answers. And it's so tough because I can't just give the answers because I know. Yeah, everybody has their own answers for what they need too. Everybody has their own path. You hear that all the time. Yada yada yada. I actually asked the devil to have a beer with me, and this goes along with, I wanted to have a beer with him and have father-son time and actually look him in the eye and know it was the devil. I was shipwrecked. Plain and simple. I live in an RV, if you can tell by looking around. It was my girlfriend and I for 3 years, and we just broke up. It's 2 years too long. It might have been even longer. I felt like I was in a time loop. I had a year-long deja vu that still hasn't ended, and it might have been actually longer, and I keep thinking back, it's turned into like just little blips, and I went through a time of not remembering my dream, but I remember my dreams that were deja vus, and it would be when it happens, it's like, oh, okay, and I was stuck in that for, I'm guessing, around 2 years. My girlfriend, we went through hard times. Like, I can't tell the full story on YouTube, just open. Woohoo! Everybody knows who she is, especially since I'm going to put this on Facebook. But we had a big issue, and we should have broke up. Instead, we went on an adventure. Wow, we really are going to go tangent here. We're going to do a precursor. We're going to come back to the devil. I'm going to go through this deja vu experience. She had an issue. She had to go to the hospital. It was because we were fighting. We weren't fighting because of each other. We're fighting because we were fighting our future. honestly, that's where we were going. We were going down the path of fighting fate. I'm 2 years behind schedule because of it, but it's all right. Everything's gonna get caught up, especially now. This music is so perfect. I need to turn it off, or else I'm gonna end up just starting listening to it while talking. Here in a bit. So we ended up going on a trip. We got snapped. Demons are everywhere. If you're a demon, it's alright. I forgive you. I mean, I'm half demon, but we'll get there. Geminis are fun. They offer gold in many different ways. Jobs, whatever you want. The phone call we made, you can get your way, especially if they can trap you and get you locked in a loop. That's the whole name of the game here. Some of these guys are like, I'm not locked in the loop. I make tons of money. Well, how do you know? You're stuck in your loop of having that money. What if you suddenly just didn't have that money? Could you survive? Probably not. A lot of people get so pampered and they get so attached to the things that they don't really need. They think they need it. And there's a lot of answers in music, actually, and a lot of them get their inspiration from not just this, but other scriptures. It's all the same game. It's these guys are playing a game, and a lot of them know that they're playing, and a lot of them don't. They just know what they need to do to play the part. Understudies are amazing. They always can just come in and replace, and you see it all the time. We ended up going to the East Coast. Broke down in Virginia. I skipped a part. We picked up a friend. When she was in the hospital, she met someone, and she called him out on what he really was. And yeah, not one of the normal program, but he still has his. He's still kind of he's having a hard time getting out of it, but he sees the light. And I know me continuing down this path, I will end up helping him. It's lead by example time. I did broke fast. I have a bunch of bread and chips and hummus. I didn't go crazy. I didn't start eating a freaking bacon cheeseburger or something. But I did have a Slurpee. I had a Slurpee would be the correct. My body rejected all that sugar so quick. Just, damn, that was a segue. But yeah, leading by example for a little buddy. We ended up in Virginia after we broke down. We went over to see a poker thing. We broke down. Ended up, this is when I really knew the deja vus were going. And, give you a timeline. It was 2 years ago, almost to the day. I just thinking about that, it kind of flabbergasted me that it feels like I have to talk about it now as soon as I started down the subject of deja vus, because this one was a big one. I walked into this poker room that we got hired for from this call from our demon friend, or an actor. I don't know. We'll see how this works out. See how this code really is. Because I think a lot of people. Yeah, I'm not afraid of Illuminati. We'll talk about that probably this one. Hey, what do you know, Locust? Say it. We got offered this job, and they wanted us. They wanted me because I was overexperienced. I wasn't just some Joe coming off the street. I actually had management experience on my resume, and they wanted me. They wanted me full time, and they wanted to trap me in this little loop. But I had an advantage. We did walk in there to do our interview, and I looked right at the stairwell and saw it, to go upstairs. It was a 2-story poker room, and I saw it, and I was like, gosh, I've already been here. And from that moment on, like, I swear, my body was doing everything possible to fail the audition. We actually got snap drug tests, and of course I failed. I'm from Oregon. I don't smoke weed anymore. Actually, today was probably going to be my last time. That's from visiting with my girlfriend. That's actually one of those Bobby's Temple now. And I wanted one more time, but I guess I wanted it 2 more times. I'm not ruling anything out. There's many moments for many things. Not gonna make any promises, just saying. I slipped into a depression. I tried to botch that. Just like I'm trying to botch that word. The interview and the audition. Like, I couldn't deal. 10 years of experience, couldn't deal Omaha. And I was flabbergasted, but I'm so glad we failed the drug test. But we knew we were going to fail. We didn't know at the time. Parked at the Walmart over near there. We stayed at the campsite, and it was super expensive. I try not to plug in whenever possible. I slipped into this deep, dark depression. I knew I had changed the future, too, at that point. There was a whole lot of other stuff going on. Once you know the future, you can always change it. And sometimes you don't want to. Never mind, I'll come back to that. That was going to be a big segue. I couldn't get out of bed. I was pissed off, but didn't know what pissed off. I tried not to take it out on anybody because already my girlfriend and I were on rocky terms from her going to the hospital over us fighting, basically. So I tried to keep it in. It felt like I was in this inner battle, like I just knew. And I ended up doing this cool slip out of the top bunk. I slipped out of the top bunk, rode my driver's seat all the way into my slippers. Like, just one motion right on into my slippers that I left when I got done driving. And I opened the door and walked out without even saying a word. And I wish I could see that maneuver because it was pretty slick. I actually caught a glance of them in the Tabitha and their friend over the corner of my shoulder, and they were like, like what just happened? It was just 2 seconds, boom, 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 gone. Out the door, and I started walking and had an inner dialogue talk. I know it's true for Geminis. I'm starting to see it. We are 2 souls. We are duality. There's a whole lot to that story, and it might start from when Christ was really conceived and when he was really born. I believe him to be a Gemini as well. Timing works out perfect because I happen to be, there's a lot of mystery on my birth. Deja vu, and I knew it. I knew something was wrong. I didn't like it, and I just wanted out. I wanted out, and it was either I would walk from Baltimore all the way to Oregon and just get out of that situation, because I knew that if I stayed, I was dead. I died. There's been 3 distinct timelines. One where we separate, it all stems from the same moment. There's one where we separated, and we failed. Something happened, and we did not succeed in what we needed to do. The second timeline, she succeeded in what she needed to do, and she wasn't in any of the memories, any of the deja vus. And then there was the third one where I just got up and walked away. And I tried to repeat that one, but I missed my window of opportunity. One of them that I was supposed to leave and go on the Bible journey. Matter of fact, I was going to try to do it after this one, but they ended up like, nope, you got the RV now. Sorry, take care of the cats. Yeah, it's alright. I always wanted to play it on hard mode. But everything seemed to change when I turned 33. And, 33. Start to add up the numbers here. So then we roll into the future 2 years. we had a great little bit of time, except for, yeah, it was like after she made an attempt, it was, her soul was gone. And it took me, it was weird, she changed. I was dealing with I was dealing with the shell of what I once knew. My girlfriend became someone else, and everything was my fault. I mean, we had our fights and stuff, but this was different. I mean, the fights sounded the same, but I couldn't figure it out. It's like we had this template. No matter what I did, I could be silent. Eventually it has to go, I knew you were mad at me type thing. No, it was, what's really going on here? People were helping us try to break apart. They wanted us to break apart. They were trying to see how much our bond was. My my other half was worried. Yeah, my other half. It's really, both halves were worried about different things. But my other half was worried that I was going to lose interest in them. And that's why it couldn't be. I am two people, and my true love is in me. We're coming out of here together. I have past memories from past lives. Ooh, scary. Oh, David's gonna go crazy really quick in this rant. Well, we're 21 minutes in. You know what? We lost most of the people who already thought I was crazy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open up now. This is how I'm gonna hide my messages. I'm just gonna ramble for 20 minutes, and then, hey, let's go crazy now. I love that, even though there's too much sugar in there. But there's no corn syrup. Oh, I can't eat corn. Oh man, we ended up. Yeah, I totally tried to take us somewhere where I didn't really want to go. I do, but not yet. It's time to slowly work into this. Back to the task at hand. We're 20 minutes in, so I definitely got the people who want to hear about the beer with the devil and not thinking that I'm rambling on waiting to sell you something. And flashing the Bible, that deters people right away. That book's nothing but fairy tales. Well then, why the hell do they have so much detail for whose kid was whose? And a lot of these people don't even matter and it's listed in there. They never became recurring characters. They were just the list of names of people that were born, like an almanac. So, and then you got Job. Job, I don't believe to be a true story. I believe it to be a metaphor of something that happened. And it does dwell into how God and the devil interact. It's a really good read. If I actually started speaking the Bible tongue, I'm going to call it Bible tongue, another form of serpent tongue, because they use a lot of I know yeah, don't think I didn't catch on to that. Also pay attention to the words God and Lord God, two different things. Elohim and Yahweh, or I forget what the other name that they use. I'm really doing this video because of this CD and the deja vus. Wow, I'm just all over the place. Yeah, I told you it was gonna be a rant, and it's gonna be all over the place. And I don't really care what people think of this. The CD is a CD I've already heard. No radio. I don't know if I mentioned it. You guys probably think I'm high instead of tired. Yeah, I've been driving all day. I snapped decision, drove to see my ex. And then my guides, after I got sick from the corn syrup, the slushy, puked it up. My guides told me it's time to buy a CD. And it was the last of the Linkin Park CDs that were on the shelf, and there's not many CDs anymore. Like overnight, it's almost like cleared out all the stands. Stands are like as big as my doorway. It's like, bye. And they're all now. Around here it's all now country stuff. But I've already heard the CD before, and I've never heard this music before. That's how I know the deja vus are real. They're not sequences. I think that's what I was really trying to get at with that. And that's why I came back and mentioned it again, because I wasn't done talking about it. I'll do this a lot. I'm going to talk in twists and turns because it might be two people speaking. Yeah, you'll end up telling who's actually running the boat at different times, because we both want to speak. We both have a lot to say. And we're both from two different directions. And we both have memories of our past life in the same vessel. Oh my, that's fun. It's like watching a movie when I play memories, because it'll go back and forth between point of views, especially in a dream. I just got the tingles just thinking about it. The beer with the devil, I asked for it because of the stuff around her birth. And they showed up as a white girl from Britain with snaggly teeth. She reminded me of a spider. I lied to her. I played the game so beautifully. I should have got an Oscar. Should have got a couple Oscars playing this game. I think the devil's off my... the devil actually threatened death to me for what I was trying to do. All my advertisements on my phone turned to funeral home advertisements and stuff, and then they just stop all of a sudden after this beer with the devil. Or was it just after? No. It was just after. It was right at the same time. It was the day after, and it was the voice of God that stopped the billboards. My apologies. Yeah, I misspoke. They always remind me if I misspoke. They're like, whoa, that wasn't the timeline. I don't lie. I don't like to lie. If I lie, it's unwittingly. I try to tell the truth and everything. I keep telling people it's impossible for me to tell the truth. I'm totally over this camera. I just don't like looking at the sink. I know I need to do dishes. So we ended up talking, and it's funny how it seems like the same story. They try to basically go with this flower child type hippie vibe, and this has been pretty consistent with semi-awake people that are still be taking control. And I don't think the devil's a bad person anymore, and a lot of it has to do with this, with our conversation. I did laugh at the devil when they threatened death, but I ended up... So it was a white girl and a black guy. And this black guy was Navy, just like me. We had just barely enough to talk about, but he was... He had nothing to say. I triggered them. I totally triggered them, and I basically cast the demons out that were controlling them. I used anger. I actually made a half-hearted joke that wasn't even racist, just to trigger it. And it worked beautifully. There is only one emotion, it's love. So if I can trigger the anger, and I can project love the entire time, I think I win. I think those people will never be able to see the world the same way with the conversation we're having, and how I got them on the backside. I wouldn't say I outsmarted the devil. The devil gave me the tricks, maybe. I don't think the devil's a bad guy. I think of him as a trainer. We're all fallen. We just don't know the extent of our falls. But we have to break our chains. And those people, I hope I gave them the seed, just a little seed, to help break their chains. That's my job. That's one of my jobs here. Break chains, build an army. Oh, and covert ops. I talk about that some other time after it's done. Probably not on YouTube. I think most of you guys are gonna be gone. I'm gonna help you guys get out of here. I really am. I know the way out. I do. Once again, perfect freaking timing on music was what I'm just wanting to say. And he's saying I do, and I want to say I do. I do know the way to San Jose. I couldn't help myself. There's some San Jose things going around on me. Which numbers? Oh, 11. I just realized that. I not that I wouldn't have realized it right away. The initials are 11, S and J. They're both ones. Get on in here. Come on, princess. Alright, I'm gonna close this door. There we go. Hopefully that cuts down on the noise. I ended up basically getting kicked out. They actually had one of my favorite beers for Foo-Foo beers because I know one of my souls is a woman, and basically the woman's side was a projection. They brought me a strawberry flavored beer, and we had I had beers with the devil and conversation, and it flip-flopped so quick. I think what the other biggest problem is, I got them frustrated because they tried to test me with different programming probes, especially for the Awakened. There's different pitfalls, especially flat Earth. There's a little more to it than just flat. Just putting that out there. I'm not a flat earther, but I will reference flat Earth a lot. Because once you go flat, you can never go back. Unless if you're just wanna, oh no. I know where this is going. This is going to ruin my world. That's the only reason why you don't go flat. I'm not trying to save everybody from the globe. But it's not a globe. Good luck trying to prove that to me. I'll offer all the money I have, which isn't much right now. And just give me one proof that proves undoubtedly that it's a globe. Good luck. That's coming from someone that spent 20 years studying the damn thing. I started making up my own formulas that would work, mostly because everything's canceling out. As long as you put as long as you know the correct constants and the correct integrals and how to manipulate the math, you can make anything work. That's what they do. Math it's a tool. It's a tool to deceive. I would say it's Satan's tool at one time, but I think it's God's tool. God used math to create this, and God is casting the great deception, and not everybody is supposed to be saved. Those who could not turn their back on the wicked ways will not be saved, and it's fine. That's their choice. Well, they'll get to hear it plenty of times here in the next few days. Especially with September 23rd rolling up. September 23rd is going to be quite amazing. I don't know for sure what kind of amazing. I'm pretty sure there's going to be an event of some sort, whether it be one. I'm guessing earthquake, but I really think it might be lights out. I'd be okay with lights out. It'd be fun. I also think there's something that's going to be happening on September 17th. I don't know for sure if those dates are right. I'm marking those down now on this video so I can go back and go, okay, I said that. Which is, if nothing happens, it's alright. It might be something of a small mundane event that I need to be doing, and that won't make it on YouTube. So it's tough to incorporate. It's tough to accept the signs on a global scale all the time. But Revelations 12, that's a big one. That's one I can't ignore, especially since, that one's a big one. If you don't know what that's all about, just look it up. YouTube, Google, whatever your God is, go to it. We'll look it up with them. The false solution. Yep, the false solution is about to come. Perfect timing again, Mr. Chester. I wonder where he's at now. He's definitely not dead. He's running. This CD, I think, is the whole reason why he's running. Sorry. Segue again. It is part of the inspiration on why I'm doing this right now. Voice of God came later, and so did this burn. I don't know if you can really see it, but you can see kind of, it goes all the way up in my arm. It was a 2nd-degree scalding from hot tea. I read this verse in the Bible. Well, Psalm. Let's see here. What do you know? 32. I need to go to 23. The reverse, the reciprocal. 23 and 32 are connected. So, Psalm, the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. Yeah. This one, I went through here and got a prayer that basically forgive my transgressions. Might be 22. Yep, 22. That's what it was. My God, my God. Yeah, you can read it if you want. Psalms 22. Basically saying that the Lord is basically me accepting the Lord, not Jesus. Yeah, we're gonna have fun with Jesus later. Jesus is a good guy, and it's all right if you go, oh, Jesus saves, and go to church and be like, oh yeah, Jesus is the one. He is our Savior. Cool. Don't forget about God. Just saying. And some people say he is God, and then I'm like, or is he the Son of God? And that fries people, because then they go back to Genesis and go, I am Lord thy God, and you should worship no other above me, or something like that. I hope I got that right. And then worshiping someone with the equivalent of the name John in Latin. When in, yeah, Jesus, there's a reason why every gardener's named Jesus. That I don't believe that name to actually be the correct name at all. I believe that's either a cover-up or a trick, because Jesus is awfully close to Jesuit, but Jesuit might have been named because of Jesus. But what the Jesuits do is just kind of interesting. They definitely hid his birthday, and Christmas, who are you worshiping? A Christ. Doesn't Christmas mean to discount Christ? That's just one of the things picked up that probably needs to be verified. Go look it up. I say don't believe anything. Go look it up. So I got burned. Yeah, I'm gonna keep dropping shit like that all the time. See how many people I can lose. I burned my arm on hot tea that was still drinkable after that happened. Like, just after it happened, I went over there and took a sip out of it. It wasn't even hot. Not enough for me. I can endure some heat. 2nd degree burn, but I can still drink it. I know I'm a dragon, but geez, that was awfully violent for just hot water. Many people thought I burnt myself on the manifold. It was like, you can't even, like, this video quality that I put it on just doesn't give it justice, but it goes all the way up from just spilling tea on me. And it really even didn't feel that hot. Like, I didn't rush up to the sink to rinse water onto it, because I didn't think it was going to be that horrible. But I ended up hearing the voice of God too after I basically repented. Well, I asked for forgiveness on my trespasses and my debtors and all that stuff. There's a couple prayers I ended up reading. The one with the doubters was later, but through Psalms, I read a few of them, and I read them out loud. I did all of them out loud, because your voice is a spell. The spelling and spell is, yeah. Swords and words, yeah. I think, yeah, never mind, I'm not going into that one. That one's too crazy. There's a lot of things of where you put the S on there that kind of boggles my mind. I think there's a code in the Bible like a real code. I don't know if it's just for me. It might be. If I doubt it. I think it's for everybody. Because the code's out there. It's in everything. It's in music. It feels like it's just for me because I see the code and I see the numbers. And then I go, well, I'm going to go ahead and read that one and this and that. And it happens to be perfect. Like, oh, and my Bible marks pages for itself. Corners we folded over. I don't fold over corners in books. I used to, but I just don't do that anymore. Put something in there. I mean, put a credit card in there. Not like I use them. But pages would automatically fold. And I can sometimes open this book. Not now, because I have cards and stuff in there. I can pretty much ask for something and turn to it. For some reason I know the depth of the Bible for whatever weird reason. Yeah, it's really easy to know where the New Testament is, but do you know where Numbers is? That one's an easy one. I believe it's the third book of Moses. Moses is a fun character, but I'll get into that in some video. Sometime when I'm going through the code. I like the code. The code is addicting. I will not lie. The Bible is addicting when it comes to the code. If you're a learned man, you should find religion again and just start diving into this code and the mistranslations and stuff. What are they really trying to do? What's really going on? Things just don't find their way like they do. Really, Princess? You're gonna eat that? That's jalapenos in there. Whatever. It's gonna give you the shits. My cat's so crazy. She acts too much like me. Yeah, you got a jalapeno. Oh, good times. Yeah, everybody has their choices. Yeah, I think about an hour I'm going to wrap this thing up. So I guess this is going to be about a little bit of background, and this is going to get fun. Next thing we'll talk about telekinesis and other things I used to probably still can do, but I'm not going to. Healing. One of the biggest things is this finger, which on camera looks amazing. Well, you can tell that it's a little swollen now. This thing was all twisted and curved and stuff. Yeah, that's another story for another time. I'm healing myself. I'm healing that 10th king, I guess. Whatever it is. That's why sometimes I think, yeah, never mind. Yeah, I'm trying to save you guys from some deep, dark segues. Some places that I'm not finished going down, so if I start talking about them, I don't know if I'm going to be giving you guys bonk information or stuff that you shouldn't know at all. So, I'm trying to gather my thoughts on where I was. God, the voice of God. So God was the most beautiful voice. I know the difference between angels, demons, and God. Oh God. You just want to say, oh God, afterwards. It's full body. You vibrate at his frequency just to hear him. And you probably just vibrate close enough just to hear him. I think he'd probably tear you apart. If you got that close in vibration, oh my gosh. It was probably... Oh hey, I could talk about that as a closing segue, since only the people who are really on this path, I want to say the Christ path, but it's the path to enlightenment, Buddhism. But God felt his voice was his or her voice, or both, androgynous, whatever it is. I am. That's what he is. That's what his name means. It just felt just completely orgasmic, full body. Oh my gosh, what just happened? You do not mistake that voice. If someone comes up and say, I heard the voice of God, and I'm like, did you fall to your knees? And if they say no, it just sounded like, oh, don't worry, you got whispers in your ear. No, when God speaks, you have no choice. All the demons shut up, all the voices stop, all the thoughts stop, and boom, there's his voice. Good game. You are now on the side. He's collecting souls. Which side do you want to be on? The righteous God or whatever else is out there? Yeah. I took the righteous God. Jesus, those people who take the Jesus path and don't do the Jesus, don't try to improve their life, they're never going to get out of the circle. It's not about saying words. It's not about, like in Buddhism, where they say, "Oh, all you do is say Nam-myoho Renge Kyo and you'll be saved." Same shit. Different religion. That's bullshit. Study. It's all about study. At least in that Buddhism, they promote study. In this one, they promote worship. It's a good thing I already debunked that one before I went into it too. The Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. It works. Praying works. It's all your energy. You are doing it. You ask for something long enough, you will get it. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. I don't ask for much. It's probably why I don't have $1 million, no matter how hard I try. It's alright. I knew I was going to live life poor. It's the anti-system path that I've chosen. I'm supposed to be doing stuff and showing. I am learning and then showing by example. I am not going to just be one of those people that tell you preach and then not do. I can't do that. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, and you can follow me if you're ready. If you're not ready, watch me. If you see my results and you want that, you should follow me. It's not an easy path. You want out of here, you want a rapture before shit hits the fan, you better start right now. What day is today? Today is the 29th now? Or is it the 30th? It's the 30th. There's only 23 days left till, we call it Judgment Day. It's going to be Peace Day. It's also going to be a whole lot of stuff. National Health and Wellness Day. Yeah, that's a fun one that I'm going to freaking crush. I'm going to crush that medical deception, and I'm not even going to try hard. I'm going to show. I've already got enough material to do it. There's been some weird noises outside the door and stuff while I've been doing this, like rocks almost being tossed up on the wall, and that's kind of why I've been looking over my shoulder sometimes. I also see some eyes in the camera, but I know it's just a reflection. It's just kind of creepy. Makes me want to just go ahead. Oh, I know. Like, seriously. Like, it's just tapping out there. I'm going to try to keep going here. There's no one there, but there might be spirits. I've done enough with spirits. I have some demons following me that keep knocking on the walls. Like, yeah, now the cats are paying attention. They want in, but they can't come in anymore. Sorry. Some people are stuck on the outside now. Okay, I'm going to try to find myself. We went to God, and there was something else that I could have went on deception path, but meh, it's gone now. It'll come back up eventually. It might be like 8 or 9 videos later. I think it's time for me to get closer to the close here. I might have already hit it, now that I think about it. The meeting with my ex, I knew she wouldn't text me to tell me her days off. I knew she was already kind of being courted already, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, it's too quick. I can't do it now. Like, I don't want to hurt David." Girl, move on. I mean, I broke down and had my tears when I got in the argument with her. That was the first time that we fought, that I decided it was time to fight. And I made my decision. It's time to break up. So it had to be done right. Oh, that's why I keep looking at this. Numbers. 49 is 13. That's half this barcode on this. I'm not going to get into the numbers. And the other one is 678. 21. Yeah, everything's just... and then looking at the ingredients, it filtered water, sugar, natural flavors, caramel coloring, oh shit, whatever. And then they have citric acid and stearic acid. But I look at this code here, and I know they're trying to get people into the system and then reap the harvest with that 13, the 4913. And because it's 49, it's a power number. And then 6, 7, 8, 15, making sure it's 21. And they have another 4 on the end. 21 is it's that's 3/7. Look at the purest form. Try to go to what primes everything is. You start getting the full picture, the full message. It's all about the primes. This whole universe is coded, and the primes are the big thing. Anyways, moving on. You'll forget that if you don't understand. Just enjoy yummy Golden Peak tea. Oh, it's Gold Peak. Never mind. I just failed on the advertising. I do like it. It's one of those few teas that I don't actually choke up on. So back to the girl. Asked her if she had her day off today, and went and spent time with her, and it's so amazing to see her with her soul back. I did it. I was successful. I got her escaped, and I had her keep her soul. She gave up. She wanted to die that badly that she was gone in there, and now she's back. It's the most amazing victory for me now. Even though I lost her, but I had to lose her, and it's late, but now everything's just happening faster. I already knew she was going to be courting. I already knew that someone was after her before she told me. Well, before... Yeah, it's been a while. And I knew it's going to be a soulmate type connection. And she might be helping a demon get out of here too. But might be. I don't know. I look at him and I see something else. A lot of people left here are demons. It's rapture. There was already a rapture, and they hit it as a great American flu or whatever. Yeah, a lot of people got out early. And they had to explain it away. Why are there all these dead bodies? Yeah, they didn't kill off people. Unless they mustard gas the population, because we know viruses don't exist. Or we do. I don't know about you. Do your own research. See if the boogie virus gets you. Oh yeah. Deep dark hole. I went down a lot of the rabbit holes. I can't say I went down all of them. There's too many creative people out there. Yeah, back to going and seeing her today. Zombie virus. Sorry, I know too much. The zombie virus is a fun one. So I went and saw her. We talked. I had my closure. I actually broke down in tears. I was afraid that I might do it on camera here. So I would have still posted it. Whatever. Good for the ratings. I might actually get 1 subscriber. She was worried about how my feelings were when I've already was trying to get her to push on to this person, and she couldn't go without me. Like, we were that attached. We were inseparable for 3 years. It was an amazing relationship, and it still is. I wanted her to be my best friend afterwards, and we totally are. I wanted her to tell me about this guy. I'm like, please tell me he's cute. I can't stand to see ex-girlfriends with ugly boyfriends after me. Always upgrade. And this guy's rich, apparently, or at least has money, and wants to buy her everything. Perfect. I knew that her and I weren't supposed to get married just because the signs weren't there, but we were supposed to escape together. There's not many people in the world that are left. I hope you understand that. There aren't a lot of people who have their soul still. Your soul's currency. And a lot of it goes away through sex and right into those condoms, and most of you. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I don't deal in, maybe you should research what I'm saying. Research it for yourself. Don't believe anything anybody else says. Talk to yourself. Seriously, talk to yourself. Talk to your body. There's many ways to do it. Do whatever way feels comfortable. Look it up. There will be a time and place where everything here will click. You might watch it and then go, oh shit, what's he talking about? Rewind, and then I segue, and then you're like, shit, where's he at? Then you'll notice that my numbers on my times end up matching up with a bunch of codes that you should have had, and I won't even know it. I give it to you now. Probably the one time I mentioned it, maybe that's why I jump back and forth so much. I'm teaching everybody how to break out. They're using the system. This is God's deception. God created this. Therefore, you can break out with God. It's all about finding the person, not the person. That's my job. Finding the person. Finding yourself. It's a great thing. We only have so much time because we've only paid for so long to be here, I guess, unless we're in prison. You ever think that hell and heaven's in the same place? Sometimes your heaven can be your hell too. I know their description of heaven, the Holy Bible description of what heaven is boring as all get out for me. That's why I chose to stay here. I don't get the rapture. You don't need to go out. You just came in. And now she's stuck to the screen. Well done, cat. I'm one of the people that will not be able to rapture. I have chosen to stay after. There's going to be a lot to happen, a lot more souls to be saved. A lot of people out there they never got an answer. They never got a choice. And they won't get a choice unless they're provided with one. Just remember there might be 3 choices. But they're only going to give you 2 answers. Yeah. I'm putting that out there. I hope I save many lives or many souls at least from that. They might go, oh, you accept Satan or Jesus Christ? Which is like taking the right hand or the left hand of God, as far as I'm concerned. And yes, we'll go into the Bible and stuff, and the right hand of God's going to come back a lot with Jesus, and the left hand. I think God plays both sides, and he might be the intermediary. He also might exact some of the stuff. Only he knows. Just like only I know what I'm doing right now. I'm going super crazy right now. This is gonna be fun. I'm just gonna be putting stuff out there like this too. There it goes. Did you catch that? I'm gonna try to always film my face. I do wandering eyes, but I want you to see me. I'm not vain. I'm not trying to do a freaking selfie thing. I want you to see my face. That way you know if I'm telling the truth. Energy transfers over video. You'll see through me. Let your subconscious will. You'll know if I'm full of shit or not. If you get angry at me, you should probably think about why you're getting angry, because we're gonna go on some fun counter belief journeys. There's my cat, Princess Meow Meow the Third, Duchess of Mouseberry. Yeah, my vet loves me. The other one's Prince Pounce Jafar, Steward of the Isles of Endless Fish. Yeah, my cats have to have titles because might be a story for another time, but yeah, they're basically real people. They've already beat the game and are here as cats to watch. It's kind of cool. Figure out a lot of stuff when you actually just talk. And these cats have full vocabulary. They tell me what the fuck's up. Oops, I just slipped a cuss. No, I didn't say curse. Subtle differences. There is some messed up stuff in our language. This is the perfect time to line up. Just remember, I'm going to close with this, otherwise I'm going to ramble. An hour is perfect. I'm going to start doing my fast. I'm going to go down the path. And I'm going to go down the hard path. I'm going to go against the grain and be that person that doesn't accept all the bullshit. I know other people have already probably been doing it and are further down this path than I am. I hope to find them. But I leave you with belief. Be life. Be life. Be life? Yeah. Just remember, everything's a fucking lie. Get the hell out. Don't get stuck in a loop. You know the loop's there. You see all the signs. Some of you guys are probably locked in deja vus right now. Some of us are in time loops. I think that our universe may be independent of everybody else. Like I might be in heaven here. The hurricane stopped before it could get up to me. I was making jokes like, this hurricane's not getting up to me. I keep getting sprinkles. Well, it's because they control the storm now. You can see it. You cannot not see it on Doppler anymore. It's so blatant that they freaking create clouds. They just pump them out now. Oh, hey, we want a hurricane? We got it. Yeah, these guys are all over it. That's what's going on right now, Hurricane Harvey. Well, let's see what we believe at the end of this life. Anyways, Judgment Day coming up here soon. I don't know if it's really supposed to be the correct name. Feast of Trumpets. I might break fast on that day. I wish I could go join it, but for some reason I think I've already been there. Previous life. We'll talk a bit more about my past life memories. Yeah, those ones get fun. That one's you're gonna have to bring an open mind and believe that what I'm saying is by my memory truth, not yours. Whatever might have caused it, or one of us made a deal with the devil to keep our memories, and well, he is at first. He's smart. They allowed him to keep his memories, but trapped him in someone else's body. Think about that one. That's pretty harsh. And not only that will be past life stuff's gonna be fun. I hope I will be bringing that here soon. That one's gonna be fun. That one's gonna be pretty crazy, and that's gonna be me going crazy. Anyways, be careful what you say, people, please. Your words are spells and swords. Words, sword. I just want to sing along to this song. I should have been. I wish I was live streaming or recording when I first. I broke into tears because of the CD. Not because it was. Pitch and everything. I'm feeling tingles right now. It was until like track 2 was Good Goodbye. It was like, okay, yeah, and then my mind's eye is playing tricks on me. I thought I saw something that I didn't see. It still flabbergasts me because that second track. Now I'm starting to see things. That second track ended up nailed me. Like, it was perfect. It was exactly where I was in the moment as I was leaving my ex. I don't like calling her my ex. She's my best friend. on my way to my next best friend. Just seems like how it works. Anyways, yep. Who cares if one more light goes out? Was the lyrics, and right then my light flickers. Well, on that note, I'm gonna sign out. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope it wasn't too erratic. I don't even know for sure all the different directions I took. Memory, it's fun. My memory purges stuff I don't need to remember. It's been a blessing in disguise. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. I'm totally going to be posting a bunch of videos, and I'm going to try not to do too many of the game ones. Most of those are on accident, but last one wasn't, but yeah, this is going to go fun. Anyways, thank you.